What's going on, buddies?
Overpromised going on right now. Our bonus podcast, Covino and Rich from Fox Sports Radio, Covino from Union, New Jersey, Rich Davis, Franklin Square, Spotty's here from Scotch Plains. We're on from 2 to 4, live from the West Side, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 on the East. Pleasure to be here. This is all the ideas we never got to throughout the week because Blabbermouth here, Rich here, tends to overpromise a lot.
Well,
even in the bedroom, like a lot.
I've heard that. It's true.
A lot.
Hey, we're gonna get to the Little League World Series. I know you're a bigger fan than I am. I haven't really watched, but there's a story involving Aaron Judge. Is he a dick?
How could you not be a fan of the Little League World Series? Little League was such a big part of your life.
Yeah.
You're just tuning out. You're missing out, really.
I watch if it's on in the background at the gym or something like that.
It's great. It's one of the greatest tournaments ever. I'll get to that later. But we also got to talk athlete endorsements.
Well, some make sense.
Yeah.
Like immediately. Like one that's in the news right now. I mean, I'm surprised it took this long. Angel Reese has partnered with, you guessed it, Reese's. Where some weirdos say Reese's.
Now, losers say Reese's Pieces. It's Reese's.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a perfect match. Angel Reese, Reese's, congratulations. She has a whole line of sweatshirts and hats and crop tops. I haven't heard any money talk yet, like how much. But if she's got a deal with Reese's, how long until Caitlyn gets a deal, the old Clark bar?
Oh, she's going to bring that back?
Yes, that's what I've been thinking.
Who has a Clark bar?
Who buys them is the question, but who buys any of these things? When's the last time you bought a Chunky or a Payday or $100,000 outside of Halloween time? Who buys these things? I have no idea.
Maybe she gets paid in Reese's peanut butter cups, like one per shirt sold. Is that a Clark bar?
You should get a sponsorship with Zagnut. Who buys that? I don't know.
I'm Steve Covino.
For Zagnut.
For whatchamacallit.
Yeah, so, hey, good for Angel Reese, but it got us thinking, and we started thinking, you're right, Rich. Some are cool. Some put athletes on the map. Like Sugar Ray Leonard really opened up a lot of doors with Franklin back in the day and all his endorsements. Of course, O.J. Simpson, Mickey Mantle. There's been some great ones throughout the years.
Yeah. Now, before you get to your favorites,
these are the weakest, wackiest ones that we could think of.
There's a couple that are honorable mentions just because I see what they were doing. They were taking a chance. The same way you watch the movie Air. Michael Jordan, his family, and everyone took a big risk by going with Nike. Because at the time, Nike had no footprint in the basketball world. There was Converse and Adidas. My Adidas. LA Gear, Karl Malone. I always thought that was whack because it's like LA Gear for a minute. You're like, are they cool? No, they're not. But Karl Malone gave it a shot.
Ooh, like ears.
This looks pretty badass.
He felt so too.
Rich wore those with his LA looks, his hair gel.
Yeah, when I moved out here, I thought it was going to be way different.
The power. Look at this. I would buy LA Gear.
It's not a shoe spot. It's a machine.
It's a machine.
Just hot air.
Yeah, it's kind of whack. Whack-a-doodle-dum.
I don't know. I kind of want one.
As far as honorable mentions, I remember when one of your heroes was on our show, Joe Montana was always peddling some weird stuff. I remember one time he was peddling Haas avocados. Remember that?
Yeah.
But he was also known for that Skechers shoe that works your booty out.
Have you seen his ass?
Did it work? I wasn't looking. I don't know.
Have you seen Montana's ass?
Joe Montana, he must work
Being
out.
an ex-quarterback, I know the importance of staying cool and relaxed. That's why I wear new Relax Fit shoes by Skechers. They've got a roomy
that's
toe
corny
area
as
for
hell.
Oh, roomy toe. Relaxed fit.
We talked about this last week on our Patreon. If anyone could bring Skechers into the mainstream, Snoop Dogg might have a shot. The new Snoop Dogg Skechers are questionably, like you might say, ooh, I'll give it a shot.
Worldwide, Skechers is a huge brand. It's number 2, I believe, after Nike. Here in the U.S., it's just a number 2 because it has that stigma. It does. It has like a corny stigma to it, but I think Snoop is doing a great job of rebranding it.
I think Skechers in the United States,
it's
at least,
a quality shoe.
They bookend society, meaning kids and old people.
Right.
I think if you're a teenager till 60, I don't think you're rocking Skechers. But you're right. You go to the mall and you're like, how is the Skechers store still open? Why are they everywhere?
There's outlets everywhere.
Guess who
right?
has Skechers? My kids.
Yeah, of course.
And guess who else has Skechers? My mother-in-law.
Right.
I mean, that's,
So maybe Snoop will help out because Joe Montana didn't, even though there was an explosion of nice asses since then. Maybe he was onto something.
You know what? If you really do the math, maybe Montana is the reason for all these young girls and their sweet asses.
Yes.
My dad loved Joe Montana.
And by the way, we're saying weakest,
I think that's it.
wackest endorsements. Truth is, they're getting paid. So, hey, that's kind of all that matters sometimes. If you have a little integrity as well, because we often laugh at Canelo Alvarez with his "Be bolder, Sly, be bolder." Remember he did those Tecate commercials? He's like, "Yo, Canelo, yo, where's my Tecate? Absolutely, be bolder, Sly, be bolder." We laughed about that for years. Canelo shouting at the cookout in that commercial, but the truth is, these dudes are getting paid,
Bro, judge me all you want. Be Judge Reinhold, be Judge Wapner, be Aaron Judge.
Be bolder.
I know you're going to start this list with one that I agree but disagree with, because when Tom Brady endorsed this product.
Yeah.
Wait, here's Be Bolder.
Hey, Canelo. No bueno. Be bold. Put there.
You're a Sly. Be bolder.
Hey. Be bolder.
Yeah, I mean, like, we joke about these things, but they're getting paid, and we remember them, and that's the point.
You know what?
So we thought of our top 5 weakest, wackest, weirdest athlete endorsements based on this whole Angel Reese thing.
Hold on. Now that you said Be Bolder, I'm thinking we make fun of it, but I know it's Tecate and it's Sly and Canelo, so maybe even the shittiest ones are good.
Yeah.
Now, I know you wanted to put this on the list at number 5, but I vouch for these because when we lived in New York in the cold of winter, we got a freebie. And I was like, really? Uggs for men? These were the most comfortable winter boots. Now, we live in LA now, so you don't need winter boots, but fuck everyone that says Tom Brady's weak for this, because I like Tom Brady's Uggs.
Did he wear them with leggings and oversized sweaters?
No, that's just our girlfriends and wives. And
Is he all pumped to put them on this fall? It's kind of corny. Come on. They're a quality boot. I get it.
Tom Brady.
He did a commercial with Jeff Bridges.
But I'm just saying, like, even sleeping, Tom Brady looks cool.
Tom Brady, Uggs, number 5.
How sexy is he just laying on that couch?
It's corny, though.
In Uggs.
And again, for perspective, nothing corny about the money he was paid, I'm sure. Now, in at number 4, because again, we compiled a list here on the show.
We're
We put our noggins together. Now, this is really pushing it and kind of corny, because when you think of Ray Lewis,
I don't think you're ready for this one.
do you think of Snuggies?
I don't think you're ready for this one.
Remember there was Slankets and Snuggies and Ray Lewis? There's nothing snuggy about that
I'll be
guy.
honest, I wanted to wait to see the picture, so present it.
That's so stupid. That's so dumb.
Yeah, baby, when you're cold watching a Ravens game, nothing better than a Ray Lewis 52 Snuggie.
Yeah, so
Oh, man.
warm.
I mean, everybody had a Snuggie at one point. Maybe that's the reason.
Including Ray Lewis.
Yeah,
Imagine
Ray Lewis.
Imagine Ray Lewis came out of the tunnel in Baltimore and did his little dance, but he has a Snuggie on.
So number 5, Tom Brady. Number 4, Ray Lewis. Number 3, rest in peace. We say this respectfully. We met the guy. He was a character, but I mean, you have to really believe in this to put your name on it.
Tony
I've been
Saragusa.
around the toughest guys in football. And now I'm training guys who leak a little to guard their manhood with man-style protection of new Depend shields and guards.
Leak a little.
Who are you?
It's my house.
Perfect. Come with me. Put your little man space.
I mean, he did a great job.
Sweet.
See, Depend shields and guards are made to fit guys.
I mean, Tony Saragusa was such a great guy, such a great character. I don't know if anyone else could have pulled off a diaper commercial.
That's the truth.
guys-
But you have to ask yourself, well, what's your price? Ted DiBiase says everybody has one. You often say, would you endorse a hemorrhoid cream if someone...
Well, think about
Yeah, maybe if the money was right.
I know you were too cool to watch Friends, but Spot, do you remember when Joey Tribbiani was on the STD ad, like in the subway?
Right, right.
VD boy.
He was VD boy. Would you be VD boy?
Again, show me the money. Give me my money.
Yeah!
We'll see. All right, so number 2, the weakest athlete endorsements. This is a funny one. I remember this when I was a kid. I remember seeing it.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
VD boy.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
I don't think so. I like to think no. But the Saragusa one, you're right. He pulled it off. That was funny, but memorable. Number 2, I don't know if at the time he was struggling, but Joe Namath was doing pantyhose.
He probably got a ton of money for this.
Right.
And if his legs look good in them.
Like Jim Palmer was in his briefies. Joe Namath was in
To
pantyhose.
the women of America, the
Man,
beauty
look at
mix
those stems.
pantyhose can
What
make
girl is
any
this?
leg
Who
look
is
like
that?
$1 million.
Oh, what?
Now, I don't wear pantyhose, but if beauty mist can make my legs look good, imagine what they'll do for yours.
Wow. Man.
What a
Somehow,
stud.
everything
Hold on.
looks
I'm
better
questioning
through
everything
beauty.
after that.
I was just about to say, I'm questioning a little. I gotta go. Joe Namath was so cool at the time that I can only imagine that, even though it seems weird to us, our parents were probably like, yo, he's so cool, he's doing that.
You know, funny, weird, weak, however you want to look at it. You know, it's an odd choice. That's what we're getting
Don't you
at.
feel like your parents were probably like, yeah, he's so cool. Yo, he's even so funny. Look at him doing a pantyhose ad.
And number 1, memorable, weird, weak, athlete endorsements. It's also kind of fitting because his name is Jimmy Johnson. Emphasis on the Johnson.
Or the Jimmy.
Or the Jimmy.
He was doing Extends, I believe.
Yes.
I'm Jimmy Johnson, and I recently became the spokesperson for Extends, the #1 male enhancement tablet. Even though I'm the winner of 4 collegiate and professional football championships and have a sportscasting career, I've been surprised at the one big question guys ask me these days. Does Extends really work? Can you believe it? So here's my answer. It works for me, and since Extends is sold
Yeah,
over
it also
1 billion
gives you a great
tablets to
full head of
men,
hair. Look at
I'm
that.
thinking it works for them too.
Wow.
Most men want to perform the best they can in just about everything.
Yeah.
Isn't that why we buy the biggest and best of everything?
Yeah,
So if
it
you
is.
want that maximum
So we know
performance
what you're
edge
thinking,
every
though.
day, I say
We're
go along with
thinking-
Extends.
Go long with
Go
Extends.
long.
Oh, thanks.
They
Jimmy.
should have had Howie Long.
I mean, you always reference your boy Frank Thomas on the baseball side of things.
New Genesis.
And the women love it too.
And the ladies love it too. And Doug Flutie, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of these athletes promoting their junk. In fact, Rafael Palmeiro with Viagra. When my brother was a kid, he would see those commercials all the time. He thought Viagra made you hit home runs. And
It does.
And I was like, you know, in a way, you're right, little Tommy. You know, in a way, you're kind of onto something. But again, you're thinking Angel Reese's. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's been done before. Johnson Extends. I mean, you know, it's a great fit.
Hey, where's my Viagra? Your little
Yes.
brother's at the baseball field.
Right. So, you know, speaking of weird endorsements, you know, we've been in the radio game for a long time, and we are faced with these things. Hey, do you guys mind talking about this? And it's like, give me my money. Well, how much? Or what's the deal?
Yeah, well, let's
Sometimes
talk.
it's just like, well, here's some. Here, try them out. And Rich and I did a lot of live reads for Rock Hard Weekend at one point in our career.
In the early 2000s, we were partnered up with Maxim.
We were
and
rocking hard.
I remember doing the commercials like, this weekend, you want to impress the ladies? Rock Hard Weekend.
Dude, you should have saw me at Ozfest that year.
Does that say bonus pill or boner pill?
Both, I think.
Yeah. Bonus boner pill.
And
boner pill.
let's just say, I think they're responsible for my child that I have. I don't know. Could be. I mean, it was around that time.
Now that's an endorsement.
You were rocking hard.
I was, man. That's why I'm on Ozzy's Boneyard every weekend. All right, so
Boneyard.
Rock Hard Weekend. The point is, everybody's got a price, and I guess everybody's
Is that
gonna pay.
a euphemism? I took her to Ozzy's Boneyard.
Yeah.
So there's a story that I'm sure you have a stance on. It's probably defending the Yankees because you're a Yankee guy.
Well, there's a question to be asked here. Look, I love the Little League World Series, so as you enjoy your preseason foosball and everything going on, you got to make time to watch these little kids play their heart out, man. Little League World Series is fun. Little League meant so much to everybody hanging out. If you have resentment toward Little League, in my opinion, it's probably because you stunk at Little League. But as we always say, Little League was life because you either, dove head first, like Pete Rose, into it and loved it, or you realized you sucked and you found what you were good at as a result. It forced you to figure out, well, what am I good at?
Little League is probably top 3 memories of my childhood.
Right. I mean, it's great.
I loved Little League more than anything. I think back to, like you're saying, everything from the bats you remember having, like everyone had that Easton.
That Easton big barrel, bro.
I mean, it was a magical time. In fact, when I do watch now on those random occasions, I'm always fascinated. I'd love to see who these little kids' favorite player is, their favorite meal, their nickname, because it brings you back to when you were a kid.
Of course.
And, what you were into. And
Get
then
your
I do wonder.
Nice after the game, get a free hot dog. But the thing is, I love Little League, but I also love Aaron Judge, as you could see here. And look at that bad boy.
Little statue on your desk.
What is this? Is this Franklin Mint? What is it?
Franklin Mint.
Limited edition. Aaron Judge.
Danbury Mint?
Yeah, I think it's Danbury Mint.
Speaking of Little League World Series, I saw something the other day that said if a kid throws 80 in Little League, that would be the equivalent to 100 in the bigs because of the distance and the velocity and everything.
Yeah.
So you see some of these kids throwing heat. I don't know if you could hit it.
So enjoy that. Relive some of those fun memories. Those memories of my 27 Little League home runs, etc.
How can we forget?
This past weekend,
He won't let us.
was the MLB Little League Classic, right? The MLB Little League Classic. They've been doing this for the past few years in Williamsport, where one major league game takes place during the Little League World Series. And this year was the Yankees Tigers. So all the little kids that made it there got to meet all their favorite Yankees and Tigers. Pretty awesome, especially me being a big Yankees and Aaron Judge fan.
Hold on. Did everyone get to meet him? Because there's some coach that's bitching.
Well, yeah. So we say everybody, but it turns out that South Shore coach from Staten Island, Bob Laterza.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby Laterza.
Bobby got the gabagoo.
He's very proud of his Staten Island team. Staten Island, primarily Italian kids.
Staten Island.
Yeah, batting leadoff, little Nicky DiVincenzo. Oh.
Yeah, it really is just a bunch of...
Hey, Carmen Ronzoni's on the mound today. Hey, Carmen Ronzoni, here you go. Take the ball. Okay.
Vinny Bombats at first.
Yeah, he's
Is it
playing
true
first.
they have calamari in the bullpen?
Yeah,
And they have a spread of... they have a charcuterie board in the dugout?
Hey, you listen to your coach, you get a piece of gabagool at the end of the game, all right? Oh! So anyway.
Then we'll go for Italian ice.
These are the type of kids we grew up with.
I know.
Covino, okay?
I lived in Staten Island for a minute.
Yeah, he lived in Staten Island. I'm from Union, New Jersey.
Sorry.
So... Bob Laterza is there, so proud, head coach of his Staten Island Little League team. Now, you got to remember, all these little Italian kids, for the most part, they're really pumped that the Yankees are there, okay?
Of course.
And of all people to give the cold shoulder, allegedly, to this team is Aaron Judge. And this dude comes out public like, you'll believe that Aaron Judge, who my team loves, ignored little Nicky DiVincenzo and Vinny DiVincenzo.
The worst thing he said of all was there's a line that puts it over the top. He pulled these kids pay your salary.
Right, that was part of the story.
That was like the quote.
According to the coach of the Staten Island team,
Here's the
Judge
team, by the
never
way.
talked to the kids. And even when he was, it's just the actual lineup.
actual lineup.
And we're not that far off.
Little Vinny Ruggiero.
Oh, Ruggiero.
Number 10. You got Dean Scarangello at number 7.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jason Rocchio.
We're not making this up.
Again, this seems like the kids I played with growing
Because
up.
that's what Staten Island's all about. So Bob Laterza's like, hey, ain't nobody disrespect. You gotta respect Staten Island. Hey, Aaron Judge, go F yourself. So Aaron Judge, allegedly, it's all alleged because, dude, I'm a big fan. And this dude is following that perfect blueprint of awesome. He does everything right. He's such a nice guy. Great role model. This coach is saying publicly that he never talked to the kids, and even when he was on deck, he didn't acknowledge the team.
That's the one where I'm like, ooh, if Aaron Judge is on deck and the kids were like, Aaron Judge, and he doesn't give a little like, hey.
Which I find to be real suspect, being that it's the New York Yankees. This is a New York team. Staten Island is part of New York City, the 5 boroughs, and the Yankees then had to release a statement.
That's wild.
So it didn't end there. It's like, yo, man, you're talking smack about our franchise guy who's having an MVP season for the ages. As rated as he is, I still think he's underrated because he's unbelievable. Yankees are like, yo, hey, Bob Laterza, you need to relax. And he put the statement out saying, look, we're going to invite you guys win or lose. Turns out they lost anyway.
Yeah.
The Yankees also lost the World Baseball Classic to the Tigers 3-2. So the Yankees were then forced to put out a statement saying, like, there's no real truth to this. Beat it, dude. They did their best to say hello and be nice to all the kids. I even saw them. They were on the bus with all the players.
This is a good line. Aaron Judge always acts with kindness and respect. The coach could learn a lot from him.
That was that was the zinger.
You got to fight fire with fire.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Good one, Tony.
We pay your salary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Your mother eats gabagool.
So you got you probably all the parents there. You got the coach. They're now bickering. So now there's a feud with the Yankees, and it comes down to this: we gave you the story, got you hyped for the World Series. Is the coach just embarrassing these kids at this point, since the story's escalated now to the mainstream?
No.
Or is he just defending his team, his kids, and doing what a good coach does? You see, kids, Coach Bobby,
I got your back.
Got your back. Okay.
I'll tell you why it's not embarrassing yet.
I don't know.
Little League World Series. These kids are what age?
11, 12.
They are on the cusp of like, oh my God, you're embarrassing me, mom and dad. They're still young enough where the coach being like, Aaron Judge, what the F is still, they're still like, yeah, coach. I think 2 more years, they'll be like, yo, coach is embarrassing us. They're still young enough where the coach is doing the right thing in his mind.
I don't know,
for these
man.
little kids.
But that's their hero. And they're like, why? They're probably thinking like, yo, yeah, why don't you back off Aaron Judge? He was, they're probably like awkward about the whole thing.
This is a video of him entering all these little leaguers. He's signing, shaking hands, signing autographs, taking pictures. You see him in the middle right there?
Well, I guess what the coach is
how do
saying,
you miss him? He looks like Herman Munster in pinstripes.
What the coach is saying, though, is that of all the teams that make it this far, there's actually one from Staten Island.
Maybe go the extra mile.
Yeah,
right?
be like if the Little League World Series Classic had the Dodgers in it, and Shohei Ohtani didn't pay attention to the Southern California team, like.
Look,
you got to play hometown
I
favorite.
get it. If you're Aaron Judge, you're surrounded by kids from all over the world.
They all love
right?
him.
And it's one thing that he was nice to Team Venezuela and Team Mexico and Cuba and everything. But this is a New York team. You extend yourself. You use extends like Jimmy Johnson.
Extends yourself.
You extend
ladies love
yourself to the little New York kids who idolize you. And maybe he didn't go that extra mile. They're saying he did. So I ask you, Overpromised Fox Sports Radio Nation, is the coach embarrassing the team or defending his team? The old, you make the call. Unfortunately, it's a boring answer. It's a little of both. I think it's a little of both.
Your thoughts, hit us up anytime and every week. Whatever we don't get to, we hit you up with a little bonus pod. So again, at Covino and Rich at Fox Sports Radio. We'll see you next time. Until then, arrivederci, baby.
See you in the Overpromised land.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good one, Tony.